ready for the tip. So glad you're with us on ACC Network Extra. And Gakdang, the Boston College transfer who has settled in now in a couple years. Her best year so far, so good that Courtney Banghart says she's pro ready. Reniya Kelly in the open. Reniya Kelly with the first two.
Not wasting any time, Reniya Kelly, as I mentioned, really getting her fingerprints all over these games and starting off early with a nice two.
Take a look at the starting lineups. Looks like it's Wenzel, but it's Wenzel, White, Eck, Baker, and Mishaw as your starting lineup for the Hokies. And now is Baker. Shot clock down to 4. Usby, good defense. And not quite there. You know, Reniya Kelly delivering that first bucket, but it is worth mentioning that Alyssa Usby leads the Tar Heels in points, rebounds, assists, and is second in steals, and is a key part of Courtney Banghart's team having their best record during her tenure. Bucket by White, and we're tied at 2.
Virginia Tech doing a great job of catching North Carolina sleeping there on that out of bounds play for an easy 2.
Kelly. Navarre, not her best shooting day against Clemson. Here's Usby, drops it to Navarre. And it's going to be a turnover. Court violation as Navarre, I think, was looking for Usby, went all the way through.
Bit of a miscommunication there with Navarre and Donarski. You hate to give the ball up that easy and not get an opportunity to score.
White drops it back over to Eck. Eck with a nice runner up and in, and the Hokies with their first lead of the game. Back-to-back buckets for Virginia Tech. Gakdang is held down low. Gakdang just looks like she's ready, right? I mean, this year, not that she wasn't always fit, because she always was, but she just truly is becoming a pro, like Courtney Banghart says.
She's doing a phenomenal job of just establishing such a presence in the paint for this North Carolina basketball team. You see right here on the great screen from Lexi Donarski. Gakdang able to get 2 on the board for North Carolina.
4-4. Gakdang might be wearing an earpiece. She was right there for us, Marcus.
Right on cue.
4-4. 3-point shot, deadly right there from Eck. Matilda Eck, the senior from Sweden, spent some time at Michigan State. Gakdang had it down low for a second. Over the years, the Hokies, you think Kitley, you think Amor, they're both gone. Amor now at Kentucky with Kenny Brooks, the longtime coach at Virginia Tech. With a runner, rebound Usby. Usby can handle the rock, both hands. Not afraid to go coast to coast. Stops at the foul line, gets it over to Navarre, down to Gakdang. Gakdang strong. No whistle, out of bounds. Will stay with North Carolina. I feel like Gakdang has a legitimate argument there. Laney Grant going to come in early here for India Navarre. Grant, the youngster who arrived on campus at 17. There's Reniya Kelly. Wow. I've said it before, Marcus, confidence is the most powerful drug out there, and Reniya Kelly's oozing with confidence.
There's no doubt about that, Gene. She's done a phenomenal job over these last couple games, but really all season long, just being cool, calm, and collected, and feeling, like you said, very confident putting that ball up in the air.
That looks smooth, didn't it?
It did.
There's Kelly pushing it. Grant, extra pass to Donarski. Yes!
Great job by North Carolina right there. Defending, rebounding, pushing the basketball. Ending in a 3 for Donarski.
2-point lead for Virginia Tech. Here's White. White, tough. And a travel. There's Usby, Alyssa Usby. See, like, I don't think she'll get credit for that in this stat book, but as we take a look at Donarski's 3,
Great job, not only by Grant making that extra pass, but by Reniya Kelly initially getting that ball up the court in transition.
Usby, Goctang. They'll get called for a foul that time. Marcus, I don't mind that foul. To me, that's a statement from Miss Goctang saying, I'm here and I'm going to be tough down low.
I was thinking the same thing, Dean. It just, again, establishes her presence in the paint. The Hokies know that she's there and that she's going to be playing aggressive.
White. Nice job by Kelly. Kelly slide over. White, though, feels it the second time and gets by Donarski to the rim and in.
Great pocket pass right there by Wenzel. Virginia Tech able to finish.
Goctang finds Donarski again. It's almost automatic of late. And she's 2 for 2 from 3.
We talked a lot at the start of the game about Carys Baker and her ability to knock down a 3. And there's no doubt in anybody's mind here in Carmichael that Donarski's another great shooter.
She's got half of the 12 points for North Carolina. They have a 12-9 lead. There's Usby again. I was just starting to say, Marcus, and I think you were a similar player. Let's look at the Donarski 3 again, though. Eventually, I'll get to my point.
Great pass by Maria Goctang as well. If you give Donarski that much time to line it up, she's going to knock it down.
So there's Donarski, but Alyssa Usby, the last 2 times defensively, has been involved and been a disruptor. It won't count for anything in the stats, but to me, it's the kind of things that make her a next-level player as well.
Definitely. And it takes all of those intangible things, as you mentioned, that don't show up on the stat sheet, but the pressure on the basketball, just being a pest defensively, those are things that really help a team solidify themselves as a defensive presence.
So well said. That was Goctang with the rebound. Missed with her left hand. Goctang 1 for 3 to start. Virginia Tech short. Another rebound for Usby. Usby came into this game 57 rebounds short of becoming North Carolina's all-time leader in rebounds. She also has a chance to crack into the top 15 all-time scorers.
Again, putting a little pressure on the selection committee. You see these upcoming games here where there's an opportunity to get some quality quad 2 wins for these Hokies. It's a tough place to be on the bubble, but they certainly have the skill and the ability to get themselves into the tournament.
Playing the Tar Heels tough here, down just 1 after our media timeout. Good pickup by Donarski. Sliding over just in time, which kind of leads you back to those fantastic graphics our crew put together to open the show, breaking down what ostensibly is defense versus offense, except from the 3, where Virginia Tech has been really, really good. They're 1 for 2 so far today. North Carolina 2 for 3. Reniya Kelly defensively. Good extra effort coming from Wenzel, the sophomore from San Antonio, Texas.
Great job by North Carolina defending Wenzel's drive, but I will say Wenzel's been in the paint several times already this first quarter, doing a great job of being aggressive on the dribble.
This is Peterson, the freshman from Wisconsin. Extra pass, Peterson will give it up. Nelson has it ripped. Goctang will pick it up. She'll find Donarski. Tar Heel players filling their lanes. Usby trying to get set up, post up. He's got a good left hand. They read that one, though. They have seen that in the scouting report. Baker with the block.
Great job by Baker. Staying set, not going for any fakes, able to get the block.
So Usby with an off-ball foul. She's so strong. See those shoulders are like swimming shoulders. If you know what I mean, the swimmers have just those strong shoulders. That's Usby.
Talk about her being strong. I wasn't sure what happened. All I saw was a Virginia Tech Hokie sliding across the floor.
Yeah, sent into the stands. Walking away to 3:30 remaining in the first. We got a tight one. We thought we would. 12-11. Grant slides her feet, leads to a travel. That's great work defensively for number 0 for the Tar Heels.
Great job by the freshman. Continuing to apply that pressure that we all know about this North Carolina basketball team, the way that they're able to pressure offenses and get them into tough spots.
Kelly her first miss. She was 2 for 2 to start. She may get another shot at it. Another offensive rebound for North Carolina. Kelly looking for some movement. He's got to shoot it again, and does. 3 for 4. Good start for number 10. 4 straight double-figure games, and we mentioned already 17 in the win over Clemson.
She is already well on her way to her 5th straight 10-point or more game. Reniya Kelly.
Really good shot by Virginia Tech using the rim protection. Is Mishaw opting the other way. The Hokies with a chance to take the lead. Donarski defensively does enough. Rebound Usby. Usby with 4 rebounds already. Now 53 away from 57 to tie, 58 to become the all-round rebound leader. What a pass from Kelly to Gakdeng.
Great pass there. Reniya Kelly able to see around the defense. Great wraparound left-hand pass. Left and right. Right in the pocket for Maria Gakdeng.
That was Kelly with the rip. And trying to get the transition going. We had Gakdeng 2 for 5 to start the day for the Tar Heels.
And talking about Reniya Kelly and her ability to score, she also has the ability to dish as well. You see that beautiful pass there with the left hand. On time and on target for Maria Gakdeng.
So Grace Townsend comes into the game. What a tremendous pickup via the transfer portal she has been. Point guard transfer from Richmond. Here's Navarre, who got pulled early and comes back in and makes a 3. That is huge for her, coming off a rough game against Clemson.
It's always great to see that ball go in the basket, especially after not playing so well. Listen, she's a basketball player. She may not be shooting the ball very well right now, but you're going to give her a wide open look. She's going to accept that challenge.
Usby to Grant, not afraid to launch it from way downtown, does. Back of the rim, and there's Navarre with the rebound. Offensively, the rebounds are coming, and that leaves Donarski open, and she's a perfect 3 for 3. She shoots the ball so well, but seems to shoot it even better here at Carmichael Arena, where the Tar Heels on an 8-0 run have a 22-13. Donarski is one of those players that is deceivingly bigger than you realize. When you get down on the court with her, she's got the size to play at the next level. Maybe it's not the WNBA, but she is somebody that if she wants to, she can play pro overseas. She might get a run. I mean, when you can shoot that well, she could get a run.
I'll tell you what, when you can shoot the ball that well, you're going to get some looks. I don't care about your size. If you can shoot the ball, you can put the ball in the basket like she can, you're going to get some looks. And to your point, plays bigger than she is, plays with a lot of toughness. I think she would be a great addition to any basketball club.
So the 8-0 run for the Tar Heels halted. A couple baskets coming from Wenzel. Carly Wenzel, redshirt sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. Townsend. Grant over to Donarski. Usby trying to set up shop. Gives it off to Navarre. Shot clock at 5. Oh, good burst from Navarre. And that freed up the space to lay it over the left.
Great finish by Navarre with that left hand. Didn't even have to gather with her right. Fantastic ability to finish with the left there.
Marcus, I love the extra gear she had just as she was getting to the basket.
Just a brief hesitation and then turning the burners on, gets it to the basket.
Shot clock, game clock here in the first quarter comes to an end as North Carolina makes 4 of their last 5, and they have a 24-15 lead coming up. I think that's the next big awards thing. Great work. 24-15. Townsend doesn't need a whole lot of room to create her lane. She gets fouled. Donarski out there with Townsend, Navarre. It's Donarski, Usby, and Grant. Usby with yet another rebound. Usby with 6 rebounds. Grant! That would have been a great finish, but unlucky as it rolled off the rim.
Great attack by Grant. I know she didn't make it, but getting all the way to the rim and continuing to put that pressure on the Virginia Tech defense. It's a high percentage shot. Getting more and more of those during the game, you'll be doing okay.
Decent defense against Mishaw was Alyssa Usby. Here's Usby. We'll drop it to Navarre. Oh my! I was going to say even I could make that one, and Navarre missed it.
She's going to want that one back, Dean. I promise you she will. Tough to leave those 2 points out there on the court.
Renzel, quick release. Good defense from Townsend. Rebound number 7 for the double machine that is Alyssa Usby. She's now number 2 in rebounds as well, all by herself. Alyssa Usby with the 7. She needs 50 to tie. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Marcus, and say that Alyssa Usby, as long as she stays upright, will be the all-time rebound leader when her career is over.
It is certainly tracking that way. You see right there, passing Charlotte Smith. Tar Heel legend here. Alyssa Usby dominates the backboards.
Grant. 26-15, North Carolina on top. Defense on Baker has been good, especially outside the three-point line. Good rebound follow-up. Goctang with the foul, and White. Good lesson there. Follow your shot no matter where you are, right, Marcus?
You know, this Virginia Tech team has not been able to get too much going offensively, but they are staying scrappy. They're staying aggressive, to your point, following the rebounds, getting fouled, getting to the free throw line, just doing whatever they can to hang around in this basketball game.
It's Megan Duffy, 2002 graduate. Muffet McGraw, who quite a few times we see at halftime. He goes off of Kelly out of bounds. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by Virginia Tech, just getting their hands in the passing lane there, just creating a deflection, ultimately gives them another possession.
5 turnovers for North Carolina, 4 for the Hokies, who trail by 10. They have led in this game. There's Navarre defensively. Thought that she had knocked it off. And there you go. Renzel, they talk it over, and it'll stay with North Carolina.
And the struggles continue here a little bit for Virginia Tech.
I like that they had the camera on Navarre there for a second. She got pulled 2 minutes in, coming off a rough game. Townsend to the basket. Looks like she lost the handle. She was fouled. That's pretty early to pull a starter. You know that, right? She had the bad turnover, clearly wasn't getting set defensively. Courtney sat her down, didn't sit her down forever, got her back in, and she has rewarded Courtney Banghart with a solid performance.
I think that's just a perfect sign of the trust between a player and a coach. Going to bring you out for a minute, let you reset, think about that. Let's get you right back in, start playing the way that we know you can.
Townsend misses the first. Makes the second. North Carolina 21-16 all time against Virginia Tech. This despite not beating the Hokies since 2022. Gotang with her hands out, even beyond the three-point line. Open for a 3 and a finish. We talked about how good they are from 3, and it's nailed there by Kale Peterson, the freshman from Wisconsin.
She might have been 1 or 2 steps right inside that three-point line, but great shot by Peterson, who's been asked to do a lot over these last couple of games as Mishaw has been out.
It was a 2 for Peterson. My bad. Thank you, Marcus. Here's Reniya Kelly dropping it down to Gokdang. Grant was wide open on the opposite side.
You see Peterson, they just kind of left her open there. Foot on the line, but able to knock down the long 2.
So Gokdang will go to the bench with 2 fouls and 7 minutes remaining in the second. Usby, who can literally play all 5 positions on both sides of the ball, will now serve as the post player against the Virginia Tech team that not quite as big as they've been over the years. Oh, the bank is open as that one goes off the backboard and in. Nelson, I don't think she called that.
I didn't hear it from up here, but I tell you what, I know there are some banks that do stay open late.
Kelly, I like that shot for her, didn't get there. Navarre had the rebound, then lost it, so now Virginia Tech, they only trail by 6. A chance to cut it to 4 or even 3. Lexi Donarski will come back into the game. Next opportunity for Courtney Banghart and the Tar Heels. Reniya Kelly defensively. And Usby with the rebound, number 8, as we mentioned, second all by herself. Reniya Kelly runs into that 3. I love it. That one was behind the line, Marcus.
She made sure to be behind the line on that one, Dean. Reniya Kelly is absolutely feeling herself. Pulling up in transition like that with ultimate confidence, knocking down the 3.
Little run up 3 and nothing but net.
Great push ahead here by Townsend. One dribble, a little bit of hesitation, nothing but net.
Great breakdown, including the one dribble just to make it smooth, right? Just one dribble, rhythm.
Exactly, rhythm. Just gathering herself a little bit. She's got a great stroke.
Inbounds play for the Hokies. They had just cut it to 6 a moment ago, but then Kelly with the 3. It's back up to 9. Shot clock at 10. Navarre defensively in, gets the rebound. She, like Usby, can push it. Navarre, so versatile, pretty good handle. And then, as I say that, an unnecessary charge.
So Navarre here, trying to get into the paint, trying to be aggressive, but Nelson did a great job moving her feet and drawing that foul.
You nailed it. Mackenzie Nelson, the redshirt freshman from Connecticut, St. Luke's High School. Tremendous job defensively. Eck drops it back down to Baker. Baker in trouble. He's got to force it up and forces it in. Tough basket.
Tough basket. But you know what's interesting, Dean, is that's only her first field goal attempt of the game.
Reniya Kelly with the answer on her 7th field attempt. She's made 5. She's got 11. 5 straight games now in double figures. You said she was going to be there, Marcus, and she is.
There was no doubt about it. You could just tell the way that she started this basketball game that she'd get there in a hurry.
Rebound number 8 for Usby. Ooh, turns it over. Tries to hustle back, and it'll be an and 1. So Usby lost it and the foul. It's a big bucket for the Hokies to cut it to 7 with a chance to cut it to 6. This Hokies team, it doesn't matter if Kitley or Abor are there, they're still tough. They're only down 7 with a free throw to come. She came in last year. People forget she started the first 3 games before suffering an injury that she really never shook. So she came in ready to be a key contributor for the Tar Heels, and you're seeing it this year. The sophomore from Hoover, Alabama, Hoover High School, who has scored a career best 20 points at Virginia, played in 21 games before missing the remainder of last season due to injury. And this was after starting the first 3. She's on the ball now. Her team up 6, 32-26. 4:25 remaining in the first half. Kelly out there with Usby, Grant, Donarski, and into the game is Toomey. the stretch 4. And that's Grant going to the basket. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Grant able to get to the basket again, this time drawing the foul. Head to the free throw line for a chance at 2.
Sarah Toomey, the redshirt freshman from Dunmar, PA, redshirted last season while rehabbing for an injury, and former Miss Pennsylvania basketball player. She has had moments where I've compared her to Kevin Love, the way she can stretch the court. She's not 100% just yet. When she is, look out, Marcus.
She's got great size, gives them another presence inside, and to your point, the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. Moves relatively well for her size. See her here right on defense. Able to pressure Michal, excuse me.
You're good. Toomey's good as well. Great defense from Toomey. Here's Grant for 3. It didn't quite look right coming off of her hand and fingers there as it was swirling to the left, and she missed it. 26 for Virginia Tech, 33 for North Carolina. There's Reniya Kelly. Rips it herself. Now will push it, looking for options. Donarski, not a bad option to pick. Good closeout defensively by the Hokies.
Great job by Donarski not rushing that shot.
Kelly stops and pops, can't make it. Rebound, Michal. Wide open down low. Look at Grant come over from behind to swat it. Grant will get it back from Kelly. Toomey with a high screen. Grant sets her feet, was thinking about it. Good closeout by Eck for Virginia Tech. Toomey will switch it. The hot hand, Reniya Kelly, feeling it. Yes.
Just don't have an answer for her right now defensively, Virginia Tech. Reniya Kelly able to get to her spots and score with relative ease.
Eck. Down low, strong, up and in for the Hokies. Really good play there from Michal.
Michal might have gotten away with a little bit of a chicken wing there, but tough move, finish strong.
Usby 0 for 1 on the day. He's only shot at 1 time. Finds Toomey. Michal with the rebound. So the lead is 7. Chance to cut it to 5 or 4 here for Virginia Tech. Gakdeng going to check in. A couple players also getting ready to get into the game for Megan Duffy and the Virginia Tech Hokies, as they have turnover number 7, 1 less than North Carolina. Oh, no, they don't. I guess they say it was deflected. Courtney Banghart wants to know what's going on. I'm not even sure. I was waiting for the whistle. Was that deflected?
I didn't see any deflection at all. It looked like a missed call there. I think everybody here in Carmichael thought that was a backcourt violation.
Tonight at midnight Eastern, after our women's basketball tripleheader, the Nothing But Net crew will break down the night in the ACC with highlights and analysis of every women's game and look ahead at the best matchups on the schedule for the weekend. We've got you covered all season right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. There's Muffin McGraw right in the middle, former coach of Megan Duffy, now the head coach for the Virginia Tech Hokies, who's got an all-female staff, and she said, you know what, I didn't set out to have an all-female staff. I set out to have the best staff I can have. Pretty cool that it's all-female.
I love that. I love that. I think at the end of the day, to her point, it should be the folks that fit the best, that are the best coaches, and if they're all women, power to them.
Donarski with a rare miss from 3. The Hokies still down 7, approaching 1 minute remaining. There is Baker. Marcus Ginyard was telling me during the break she needs to shoot more. She shoots and makes it.
You see how smooth that was?
Yeah.
And just facing up, great stroke, easy bucket. I'm surprised she's only taken 3 shots so far.
Townsend. She is not afraid to be the mouse in the house. She gets there early and jumps on a pogo stick and an easy bucket.
And she just uses that great energy, that great speed that she has. She has a great ability and knack for getting to the basket and the ability to score even as a smaller player.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. That's a great basket from Wenzel. Determined basket.
She's been attacking the paint all game long, has not been able to convert many of those attempts, but she has been very aggressive trying to get to the basket this evening.
Hey, you're so on it, Marcus. She's just 1 for 7. That was her first field goal. She was determined to get one. Final seconds. Townsend's got to get rid of it. Does! And it's not quite there. The lead is 5. At one point, North Carolina went on that big run, but Virginia Tech has stayed in it. The Tar Heels are back home. They got a tough contest. It's 37 North Carolina, 32 Virginia Tech. Halftime at Chapel Hill. Courtney Banghart. Same starters for the Tar Heels. Gocting, Donarski, Navarre, Usby, and Reniya Kelly. Virginia Tech back out there with White, Wenzel, Mishaw, Baker, and Usby. Already with double-digit rebounds. She's only taken 1 shot. So Usby still needs to get on the scoreboard. 0 for 1 in the game. Gocting giving Kelly. Kelly in the corner to Donarski. Gocting got a piece of it, but it'll go the other way with Wenzel. Three-pointer, and there's Baker with that smooth left-handed stroke.
And I have to imagine that at halftime, Baker got an earful talking about being more aggressive and getting involved in this basketball game. Only 3 attempts in the first half is just not enough for her.
Got a pass from Usby down to Gocting. First assist for Usby, and Gocting converts. 39-35. Virginia Tech Hokies, always a power in women's basketball. Obviously, they had some changes with Kenny Brooks moving to Kentucky, but looks like they got a good one in Megan Duffy, the new head coach. And the fans will show out to the Castle. If you play a little bit, they will show out. That place rocks. Been there for women's basketball games, men's basketball games with my main man, Mac. Wrestling as well, huge wrestling school. Big time women's soccer schools. Gocting makes a bucket. Siri Davis, who was part of the North Carolina Courage U23 team, will be headed to Virginia Tech to play for the Hokies.
Great action there by Carolina. Great cuts and great pass by Lexi Donarski.
Three-pointer.
And there's Wenzel. Again, I have to think that Wenzel, Mishaw, and Baker all heard from the coaching staff at halftime about getting more aggressive and really trying to make an impact on this basketball game. Great that Virginia Tech is able to stay in the game, but without those 3 really stepping up right now, it's going to be an even harder road for them. And you see already, Wenzel has gotten up 2 shots, made 1. Baker's gotten a basket. I think we're going to see them continue to get more and more aggressive here in the second half.
Usby down low again to Gocting. Perfect pass, but a nice clean rip coming over by the redshirt freshman Mackenzie Nelson. Marcus Ginyard, we got a tight game here.
We do. This is, like I said, an exciting time of the ACC schedule. All these games are going to be tough. They all mean so much. These are going to be hard-fought battles.
Kale Peterson, freshman, whistled for her first, 2nd team foul. Navarre. They can find a way to get Alyssa Usby on the board. Reniya Kelly, a rare miss. She is 6 for 10 tonight.
Very unusual, as you mentioned, for Usby not to have any points at this point in the game. Only 1 field goal attempt. However, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. And again, like you mentioned, those things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, she's been all over the place on defense.
Appreciate you saying that as Donarski's effort leads to a travel. As Baker goes down, Usby will inbounds. But if you're Megan Duffy, you got to feel like, you know what, we're right in this. And every time they come up with a big stop where they have a chance to cut it to 2 or even tie it, North Carolina causes a turnover. Donarski, front of the rim. It's going to stay with North Carolina.
It looked like they wanted to get Usby down low. She had a great duck in, wasn't able to get the ball. But Donarski able to use that ball screen and get a good shot.
Kelly watching Goctang post up. Navarre will give it to Usby. Usby going to try to get on the board right here. The right hand, it does. Alyssa Usby. She can go right hand, left hand, this time with the right, Marcus.
She can do it all. She can do it all. Just like you said, with the right, with the left. She's just so great around the basket.
Usby defensively trying to lock down Baker in that left hand. 3 long from Peterson. There's Usby on the board.
See right here, great job of Usby facing up, attacking Baker, getting to that right hand, just wide enough, getting up off the glass.
Down low again to Goctang. Goctang defended well, surrounded by multiple Hokies defenders. Now Goctang's got to do it defensively, trying to slow down number 4, Mishaw. They do it. The lead was 5 at the half. A chance to add to it. Mishaw whistled for the foul. And Mishaw now her second.
Virginia Tech doing a great job of making it difficult for Goctang down low. But she continues to put more and more pressure on him. As you see there, drawing the foul on Mishaw.
Trying to keep an eye on Donarski. Another whistle going against Virginia Tech. 5:20 remaining here in the third. Still a 5-point lead, same as it was at the half. Townsend into the game. And an errant pass, so that'll be turnover number 9 for North Carolina. Virginia Tech, 8 turnovers.
That's a tough turnover from your point guard. Should just be so far off there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel like it might have slipped out of her hand as she went to make the pass. So it's not even close, was it?
I'm sure that's the story she's telling.
Get it down low, Mishaw. Another lefty. Usby can run the court. Lanes filled. Townsend, they'll switch it. This is the new wave of basketball on a transition breakout. Find an open 3. The pass wasn't there, though, for Donarski. Townsend really wanted to get it back to Usby. Close out on Donarski. Now Usby. Usby's got a drive, does, and they'll call a charge on Usby. It's going to be the 3rd foul on Alyssa Usby, who has 13 rebounds, and her team is up 5 over Virginia Tech.
Five games and have not yet found a way to get it going.
So here we go. Mishaw out there with Nelson, White, Baker, and Eck. North Carolina out there with Townsend, Grant, Usby, who just drew a foul from Mishaw. Goctang and Donarski.
You saw right there, Dean, that that screen for Baker to come up at the top of the key. Thought that was a great play to get her open, and looked like she had the space to take that shot, but Michelle got caught with that offensive foul.
It's her third, so she'll go to the bench. Double screen there from Townsend. Usby, who has been so good at finding Gakdeng down low with pinpoint passing. Usby trying to get her own rebound. Virginia Tech with again a chance to cut into this, what has been a forever 5-point lead for North Carolina.
Give Virginia Tech credit. They found a way to hang around in this basketball game.
Trying to end a scoring drought that was over 4 minutes, and it's done there by Baker. Shooter's touch.
That's the kind of shot that we were thinking about coming into this basketball game. Not a ton of space needed for Baker to get that shot off and knock it down.
She's got 10 now. Baker fighting defensively down low against Usby. Grant with a hand in the face. She can make that shot, but not the best shot right there, Marcus, as they were closing down on her.
She's had a couple of shots this evening that have been a little bit forced. Maybe not the best shot for the team. Yes, she is capable, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're getting the highest percentage shot for your team.
Eck down low. Perfect feed to Peterson. And we have a tie game, 43-43. Courtney Banghart wants to talk it over. Timeout, North Carolina.
Peterson forcing the timeout. Coach Banghart to have a chance to talk it over. You see the stars here tonight. 7 points for Wenzel, 10 points for Baker. And then Reniya Kelly continuing her scoring spree with 13 tonight. And Usby continuing to dominate the backboards, 13 rebounds.
Donarski ends a scoring drought of 340. So they also had a similar scoring drought. And North Carolina's back up 2 again. Donarski now in double digits with Reniya Kelly. She's got 11. And there's Donarski, 3 and D. She knocks it off of White, out of bounds.
It's a big moment for North Carolina defensively. Trying to stand their ground here as Virginia Tech looks to be gaining some momentum.
Baker, blocked by Navarre. Navarre. Grant will push it. Grant's got that old school look that I love. Here's Usby with the roll. Unlucky. Usby's so good at using her body to get inside and around the basket. Rarely misses those. Lefty Baker, nothing but net. And the lead by 1 for Virginia Tech. Their first lead since early doors in the first quarter. They lead up by 1, Marcus.
Again, that's the Baker that we were expecting to start the game. Took her a little while to get involved and get warmed up, but you can see now she's in her rhythm.
Navarre was not there for the 3. Baker over to Eck. Eck back over to Baker. Loose ball picked up and in. And the finish by Mackenzie Nelson.
Nelson has been everywhere on this basketball court tonight, taking a couple of charges right there in the right place at the right time, picking up a loose ball and scoring.
Navarre at the basket, up and in. And here Courtney Banghart telling her team to move the ball. Backdoor cut from Baker, and Navarre whistled for the foul. Baker made that probably a little bit more than it was. That look right there from Courtney says it all. Their team down 1 right now.
Just not a smart foul there by Navarre. Seemed like she was a little frustrated there with Baker posting up. Just gave her that shove.
Baker drops it off to Eck, and Eck from way downtown with the 3, and the lead is 4 for the Hokies. Not a like newsflash upset alert, but definitely an upset alert in Chapel Hill right now, Mr. Ginyard.
See Eck here. Nice little dribble handoff. Grant was slow to get around that screen. Just gives Eck plenty of room, plenty of time to tee that thing up. Virginia Tech now shooting 70% from the three-point line.
Kelly makes the first one. That was a 6'2" Baker setting the screen for the 6'2" Eck. So Hokies lead cut to 2.
So North Carolina putting some additional pressure.
Ooh, Grant has it. Still plenty of time. Kind of got bailed out. A little bit of out of control right there. Great work defensively in front of Grant by Reniya Kelly and Grace Townsend.
Great pressure here by the two smallest ones on the court. Leads to the foul, or excuse me, leads to the steal, which then ultimately leads to the foul. Laney Grant able to make her way to the free throw line.
Grant. Perhaps lucky to be on the line. Makes 1 of 2. And the lead is still 1. Possession's going to stay with North Carolina, though, and they've got a chance with 10.8 seconds left here in the third to regain the lead, Marcus.
You talked about Donarski playing bigger than she is, bigger than her size. You see right there, getting her nose all in there. Fighting like crazy to help this North Carolina basketball team get out of here with a win.
Kelly is Gokdang back into the game. Townsend stays out there with Donarski and Usby. Donarski. Wow, what a job of creating her own space. Not exactly one of the weapons she uses a ton, but makes it look good. And with that, she's given the Tar Heels women's basketball. Eck, bounce pass to Baker. Baker, quick release and in. Baker now 15, 6 for 7 from the field.
She's just so smooth, a pure scorer. Again, you just got to get in her space, make her a little bit more uncomfortable. She looks very, very comfortable out there.
Virginia Tech by 1. Reniya Kelly, Lexi Donarski wide open. Usby is fouled with that great effort. There's foul called against Baker. Usby with the handoff to Reniya Kelly. Good screen from Usby, and then Usby gets down low, and Usby, talk about sealing. That was a great seal from Usby, and then the finish.
She did all of her work early, getting the defender on her back. Great vision by Grace Townsend. Great delivery, great finish.
Back and forth we go here. Back up by 1. Eck. Wow. Baker's got a good stroke. Eck's got a pretty good stroke, too.
She certainly does. Now her third 3 of the game. I'm not sure Matilda Eck has hit the rim tonight.
I think you're right. Kelly called for the charge as she led with her shoulder. Really good defense from number 0, White, for Virginia Tech.
You know, Dean, we've been talking about the defense of North Carolina all evening, but the Hokies have done their fair share on defense as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's the 3rd charge drawn now by the Hokies.
You are on it as always, Marcus. 2 really good defensive teams here. The lead is 2 for the Hokies. They had a 4-point lead already. Usby with rebound number 14. She might get all 57 tonight. Well, no, they're going to run out of time. Trying to drop it down to Gokdang, and it goes out of bounds. Still with a 2-point lead, Virginia Tech. Megan Duffy, just great energy over there. Always seems to have a smile. Like, I think even when she's mad, she smiles. As that one will go out of bounds. It'll be North Carolina's ball.
Coach Duff's got great energy, and I think that her team embodies that same energy, that scrappiness, their ability to keep playing even when things aren't going well for them, but they found a way to turn the tides here in Chapel Hill.
She's a little bit smaller, but her personality, her smile, her demeanor reminds me of another former Irish player, Kelly Seaman Deo, who's a big-time broadcaster now. Her dad was a big-time football player for the Minnesota Vikings, and she won a lot of games at Notre Dame. Megan knew exactly who I was talking about on the call. And one, nope, in and out, unlucky, and you can tell when Zill thought she had it. So Wenzel I have zero critique on that form, sir.
It's good to me, too.
Talk about not hitting the rim.
I just want to give Wenzel some more credit here, Dean. You know, she's not shot the ball very well, 2 for 10. But again, just does an incredible job of probing the defense, attacking the basket, really putting a lot of pressure on North Carolina.
Reniya Kelly ripped out of there by Usby, gets it out to Donarski. 15 rebounds for Alyssa Usby. Shot clock at 5. Townsend went all the way to midcourt, knew what she was going to do, and did it. Bucket.
It's a great spark plug to have on the floor right now for Courtney Banghart. Smallest one on the court, but arguably one of the biggest hearts.
Walking our way to 6 minutes remaining in the game. It's a 2-point lead for Virginia Tech. Mishaw with Thomas, the big freshman, into the game. And Thomas is fouled. That's Mishaw. So Mishaw now with 4 fouls.
The great Townsend using that speed, the step through, and the great ability to get that ball up and over the defense.
She's an excellent isolation player. Knew how much time was on the clock. Took the ball right at midcourt and did this. Got to the basket. Finished last time. This time she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
She's an experienced basketball player. She knows her strengths. She knows how to get to the basket, and as you see right there, able to use her body to shield off the defender, draw the foul, get a chance for 2 here.
She's got 5 points in this game. She scored a lot of points at Richmond. She had 26 twice. And she makes it. And speaking of numbers, Usby with 15 rebounds, just 3 away from her career high of 18. As Usby had 18 against SMU just a month ago.
Those are big-time numbers. She does it a lot, so it may seem a little normal for her. But 15 rebounds is huge.
Eck has been filling it up from 3. Rebound from the smallest player on the court, Townsend. Didn't like her options, gives it back to Kelly. Townsend looking at Usby, trying to set up, and Usby is fouled. Are they going to whistle Baker on that? No, Nelson. So Nelson with her 4th foul.
Great patience there by Townsend. Looked like they might have something on the break, but pulled it out, moved the ball around. Got a better opportunity there, drawing the foul.
Blanca Thomas, illegal screen. What'd she do? Did she slide her hip?
I didn't see it. But coming down with 5 minutes to go, a little more than 5 minutes to go, all these possessions are going to start to feel a lot more important. You're going to want to get shots down there on that end and not be turning it over on silly fouls like that.
Great point. Marcus Ginyard, 2009 national champ from North Carolina, 5:17 remaining in the game here. Nelson out there with 4 fouls, stays into the game. Wishaw with 4 on the bench. And that's Eck this time. They've been consistent. They're calling it both ways on these illegal screens.
It's great action. But, you know, as the screener, you just got to get set. A little bit of that is on Baker as well, just communicating with your teammate and making sure everybody's set.
Townsend to Usby. Back over to Townsend. 10 on the shot clock. Townsend knocked out of there by Baker. With 4:44 remaining, it's tight. Virginia Tech 58, North Carolina 50.
If they want to pull out this win here in Chapel Hill.
And you see how important it is. Virginia Tech, according to Charlie Cream, the doctor of bracketology, last one in. A win over here against a North Carolina team that is being projected as a #3 seed in the tournament would be massive. A quad 1 win. They've got quite a few quad 2 opportunities coming. Quad 1 win on the road here against North Carolina would be huge. 4 minutes and change. Shot clock down to 4. Reniya Kelly defensively, that's a tough shot. Oh my, a bail out there with no time left. Really good move from Mackenzie Nelson's gonna go to the line.
Really like Nelson's effort this evening. Just a tough move here. Not too much space, not anywhere to really go there, but was able to catch Reniya Kelly in a bad spot.
Makes the first. The Hokies 7 for 8 now, 8 of 9 from the line. So 8 of 9 from the line, 8 of 12 from 3 for Virginia Tech, and part of the reason why they have a 3-point lead over the #12 team in the country, North Carolina. Donarski made the back cut. They give it to Reniya Kelly, and Kelly will splash a 3. She's got 18. After 17 against Clemson, 18 now. We're tied at 60. Nice crowd here at Carmichael. They are aware that Courtney Banghart's got another good team and what is record-wise her best team she's had in her 6 seasons with the Tar Heels. Another tough shot, and Usby with the rebound. Rebound number 16 for Alyssa Usby. 2 away from her career high. Townsend with that extra gear, up and in, and the Tar Heels have the lead again. No field goals for the Hokies in the last 5-10, and North Carolina have taken advantage. Timeout called by Virginia Tech. Megan Duffy wants to talk it over as the crowd's starting to get into it, Mr. Ginyard.
Well, you saw there that Grace Townsend let out a little bit of a scream after that bucket. As you see right here, that hesitation, the strength to finish over the defense. Grace Townsend, again, smallest one out there on the court, but she is finding her way to the basket this evening. And that energy that you see.
A.J. Slimmer, also part of the crew. Thank each and every one of them and all of you for being with us here on ACC Network Extra. Good closeout by Usby. Not going to let Eck have an easy 3. And that's Donarski this time with a closeout. Creates a little bit of mismatch, though, as Baker scores against Navarre. Baker with that smooth left hand. I've said this before, and people probably think I'm crazy. The smoothest left hand I've ever seen in a North Carolina uniform, Julius Peppers. Reniya Kelly. Oh, wow. Oh, she's going to get called for the charge. Can't believe it.
I wonder if that basket's still going to count.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe the elbow to the face there.
Oh, that was a flop. Oh, wow.
So this has been called a common foul. So upper body there.
You got to remember, there's certain things they can look at and certain things they can't. And that one was just to see if it was a flagrant, and it was crystal clear that it wasn't a flagrant because it was, I mentioned Dylan Rolling Stone Field going to the Oscars. It was an Oscar-worthy flop there from White. It's part of the game, though, right? You got to do those things sometimes.
It is part of the game. I just hope that it stays a very small part of the game. You know, you do want to draw some attention to the referees when there's some action like that, but
62-62, 2:14. Donarski, pull up, in and out. Usby swats it back. Navarre is there. Now Townsend to the basket with her body, taps it back out. Virginia Tech, one back again by Reniya Kelly. Kelly's there, and Courtney Banghart fired up.
Great job by North Carolina continuing to stick with the play, keeping the possession alive, getting multiple chances here.
Reniya Kelly with the leaner, not there. Rebound Virginia Tech.
You got to think this is probably going to Baker or Eck. So wouldn't be surprised if Wenzel gets in the paint either.
Wenzel in the paint. Rebound, Townsend falling down, so smart. Drops it to Usby. Usby to Reniya Kelly, exploding. And this time Kelly will earn the whistle.
Virginia Tech calls foul number 11 Matilda Eck. Third.
Great attack here in transition by Reniya Kelly. A little risky there after all those offensive fouls this evening, but being able to attack that hip of the defender and draw a foul. Looks like she might be a little shaken up here.
She's going to make way for Grant, who will come off the bench cold and have to shoot the free throws. As Reniya Kelly grabbed her ankle, Marcus. Not sure if you saw that, but after she fell on that drive, she did put her hands down toward her ankle, and that's what the trainer's looking at right now. And Grant off the bench cold. This is the first one.
Big free throws for the freshman here.
Makes the second. It's a 1-point lead for North Carolina. Little push from Wenzel. This is White. She'll give it up to Wenzel. Baker pulls out from Donarski. Here's Eck. Donarski back on Eck. Baker with Navarre. Baker, you know she's going left. Navarre trying to push her back to the right. Jump ball. Big time D from number 24, India Navarre.
India Navarre here, staying home, able to get her hands on the basketball and tie it up. Possession, North Carolina.
Marcus, I love that play because she knew that Baker had to go left. She pretty much only goes left, forced her the other way, and then was ready to get her hands on the basketball. And now Courtney Banghart wants to talk it over with just a 1 point into this game, leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists, second in steals.
And now when you think about the last couple games for North Carolina as well, this is also a potential Reniya Kelly moment.
Can't disagree with that sentiment. Donarski on the dribble. Wow!
You don't see that, and yet she makes it look like she does it all day long. The leader, Lexi Donarski, gives North Carolina a 3-point lead.
And she was listening to you earlier when you called her a 3-and-D player. She's trying to let you know that she can do it in a lot of different ways. She's done it in transition. She's done it off the bounce. And then here, getting to the basket, finishing with the left. Tough drive over Matilda Eck. Great finish there by Lexi Donarski.
Let's go.
And she's fired up about it, as she should be.
We need a big stop. We need your energy. Fans, we need to go right now.
Big video board getting another nice crowd fired up here with just 27.5 seconds remaining. Virginia Tech in a 2-minute and 24-second scoring drought that has allowed North Carolina. Well, from 3. So if you're North Carolina, you have to deny an easy 3. Baker back over to Peterson. This is White. Now Baker again. Now Megan Duffy wants to call a timeout with 16. Has been into it from the start of the show. We highlighted her. She scored the first bucket, and she's added 16 more. She's got 18 on 7 of 14 shooting. 2 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from the line. She's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists as well in 34 minutes. 16 seconds remaining. North Carolina trying to close out Virginia Tech. The number 12 team in the country, North Carolina. Eck over to Baker. Baker, hand in the face. What a closeout from Alyssa Usby, who does it all. And that could be it.
Great job by North Carolina. You see here a little bit of miscommunication, but Usby able to recover.
The previous
lucky that she got there without fouling as well.
Even if they lose this game, for those that are watching, I don't think they lose a ton of traction. They have played the number 12 team in the country toe-to-toe, really, the entire game. No, there was one spurt where North Carolina looked like they were going to pull away, and Virginia Tech said no.
Credit Virginia Tech. They've done a great job all evening.
The play is under review for game clock potential malfunction.
Staying with it has not been pretty for them. Certainly has been pretty from the three-point line. But just didn't quite get things going the way that I think they could have this evening. But have continued to find ways to stay in this basketball game, and hard-fought game. Now, it's not over. They've certainly put forth a great effort.
After review, the game clock will be set to 4.4.
I almost think Reniya Kelly got away with a bit of a travel there. It looked like she shuffled her feet when she caught that basketball.
Kelly puts it on ice. A 4-point lead for North Carolina. Courtney Banghart, that simple instruction doesn't matter whether it's the 5-year-olds or the 20-year-olds, no fouls. 5-point lead. Inbounds play. Final seconds counting down, but North Carolina is going to get another win, 67-62. It wasn't easy, Marcus Skinyard, but your thoughts on yet another Tar Heel victory?
These are the games that are super important, easy or not, taking care.